Welcome to Sci Sips, where we're about to embark on a journey that will forever change how you view your dinner plate. Imagine a world where the very foods marketed as healthy are silently sabotaging your well-being. A world where convenience comes at a devastating cost to your health. This isn't science fiction, it's the reality of ultra-processed foods. In the next 10 minutes, we'll unravel a conspiracy so vast it touches every aspect of modern nutrition. Prepare to have your mind blown as we expose the dark secrets of food engineering, the hidden dangers lurking in seemingly innocent ingredients, and the shocking ways these foods are altering your body at a cellular level. This isn't just another nutrition video, it's a wake-up call that could save your life. Are you ready to see how deep the rabbit hole goes? Let's dive in. They're in your pantry, disguised as nourishment. Ultra-processed foods, the culinary chameleons of our age, have infiltrated our lives. Engineered for shelf stability and irresistible taste, they dominate our dietary landscape. We consume them without a second thought, seduced by their vibrant colors and quick satisfaction. The danger lies in what they displace, the real, whole foods that nourished our ancestors.
Ultra-processed foods are not simply food, they are intricate biochemical creations, meticulously engineered to exploit our evolutionary vulnerabilities. Their power lies in their ability to trigger the reward pathways of our brains, flooding us with dopamine, the neurotransmitter of pleasure and desire. Sugar, fat, and salt, the holy trinity of addictive taste, are combined in precise ratios calculated to maximize our cravings and keep us coming back for more. These hyperpalatable concoctions, stripped of their natural fibrous companions, are rapidly absorbed into our bloodstream, triggering a surge of glucose and insulin, a physiological roller coaster that leaves us craving the next sugary hit. But the alchemy of addiction goes beyond mere taste bud manipulation. These foods are often engineered to possess specific textures and mouthfeels designed to deliver maximum sensory pleasure. From the satisfying crunch of a potato chip to the smooth, melt-in-your-mouth texture of a candy bar, each bite is a calculated assault on our senses, a symphony of engineered bliss designed to override our body's natural satiety signals.
Behind the seemingly innocuous packaging lies a vast and powerful industry, a complex web of food scientists, marketers, and flavorists dedicated to engineering our desires. This flavor industrial complex, as it has been aptly dubbed, operates in the shadows, its sole purpose to create food products that are as addictive as possible. These modern-day alchemists, armed with gas chromatographs and mass spectrometers, dissect the molecular composition of our favorite foods, identifying the volatile compounds responsible for their alluring aromas and tastes. They then recreate these flavors synthetically, using a palette of artificial ingredients, often derived from petroleum or other industrial byproducts. The result is a food landscape dominated by hyper-reality, where artificial flavors often surpass their natural counterparts in intensity and appeal. Natural flavors, with their inherent complexity and subtlety, simply cannot compete with the engineered bliss of these culinary creations. We are, in essence, being seduced by the ghosts of flavors, our senses enslaved to the whims of the flavor industrial complex.
Section 5. The body's rebellion. When cells cry for help. Our bodies, finely honed instruments of biological sophistication, are ill-equipped to process the onslaught of refined carbohydrates, industrial seed oils, and chemical additives that characterize the ultra-processed diet. This dietary dissonance triggers a cascade of physiological responses, a symphony of silent screams as our cells struggle to cope with the onslaught. The deluge of glucose from rapidly digested starches overwhelms our insulin response, leading to chronically elevated blood sugar levels, a precursor to insulin resistance, metabolic syndrome, and type 2 diabetes. Our cells, bathed in a sea of sugar, become resistant to insulin's pleas, leading to a vicious cycle of ever-increasing insulin production and further metabolic dysfunction. Meanwhile, the industrial seed oils, ubiquitous in processed foods, disrupt the delicate balance of omega-6 to omega-3 fatty acids in our bodies, fueling inflammation and oxidative stress. These inflammatory fires, smouldering silently within our tissues, contribute to a wide range of chronic diseases, from heart disease and cancer to autoimmune disorders and Alzheimer's disease.
Section 6. Inflammation Nation, the silent fire within. Inflammation, the body's natural response to injury or infection, is a double-edged sword. In the short term, it is an essential part of the healing process, but when it becomes chronic, it morphs from protector to saboteur, fueling a slow, steady process of cellular damage and dysfunction. Ultra-processed foods, with their inflammatory ingredients and gut-disrupting additives, fan the flames of chronic inflammation, keeping our bodies in a perpetual state of low-grade metabolic alarm. This silent fire within, invisible to the naked eye, silently erodes our health, paving the way for a host of chronic diseases. The refined carbohydrates and sugars in these foods spike blood sugar levels, triggering an inflammatory cascade. The industrial seed oils, rich in omega-6 fatty acids, further tip the balance towards inflammation, while the chemical additives and emulsifiers disrupt the gut microbiome, compromising its ability to regulate inflammation and maintain immune balance.
Metabolic mayhem, a symphony of dysfunction. The human metabolism is a complex symphony of biochemical reactions, finely tuned to extract nutrients and convert them into energy. Ultra-processed foods disrupt this harmony, leading to metabolic dysfunction. Refined carbohydrates overwhelm the pancreas, leading to insulin resistance and type 2 diabetes. Excess fructose overwhelms the liver, contributing to fatty liver disease.
Section 8. The gut-brain axis mind control from below. The gut, often referred to as our second brain, is home to trillions of bacteria, fungi, and other microorganisms, collectively known as the gut microbiome. This complex ecosystem, far from being a passive bystander, plays a crucial role in our health, influencing everything from digestion and immunity to mood, behavior, and even cognition. Ultra-processed foods, with their dearth of fiber and prebiotics, the fuel that nourishes beneficial gut bacteria, wreak havoc on this delicate ecosystem. The artificial sweeteners, emulsifiers, and other chemical additives further disrupt the microbial balance, promoting the growth of harmful bacteria and contributing to a state of dysbiosis, an imbalance in the gut microbiome. This disruption in the gut-brain axis has far-reaching consequences, influencing our mood, behavior, and even our food choices. Studies have shown that alterations in the gut microbiome can influence our cravings for unhealthy foods, creating a vicious cycle of addiction and dysbiosis.
Section 9. Epigenetic Echoes, Sins of the Father and His Diet. The consequences of our dietary choices extend far beyond our own lifespans, echoing through generations, influencing the health and well-being of our children and grandchildren. This is the realm of epigenetics, the study of how environmental factors, including diet, can alter gene expression without changing the underlying DNA sequence. Studies have shown that a father's diet, particularly in the months leading up to conception, can influence the health of his offspring. For instance, a diet high in ultra-processed foods can alter the epigenetic marks on sperm DNA, potentially increasing the risk of obesity, metabolic disease, and even certain cancers in his children. The sins of the father, as it were, are visited upon his children and their children's children through these subtle but powerful epigenetic modifications. Our dietary choices, then, are not merely personal decisions, but acts of intergenerational responsibility, shaping the health and destiny of generations to come.
Section 10. Breaking the chains. A taste of rebellion. Breaking free from the clutches of ultra-processed foods requires a conscious act of rebellion. A rejection of the engineered bliss and a rediscovery of the simple pleasures of real food. It requires us to reclaim our kitchens, to dust off our cookbooks, and to reconnect with the rhythms of nature's bounty. It begins with a simple shift in perspective. A recognition that food is not merely fuel or a source of fleeting pleasure, but the very foundation of our health and well-being. It requires us to become conscious consumers, to scrutinize labels, to question ingredients, and to demand better from the food industry. The path to liberation lies in rediscovering the joy of cooking, in transforming whole, unadulterated ingredients into nourishing meals. It lies in embracing the flavors of the seasons, in savoring the slow food movement, and in rediscovering the lost art of culinary simplicity.
Section 11. The Future of Food, a Fork in the Road. We stand at a crossroads in human history, a fork in the road where the future of food hangs in the balance. Down one path lies a future dominated by ultra-processed foods. Down the other path lies a future where real food reigns supreme, a future where we reclaim our health, one delicious, nourishing bite at a time. The choice is ours. If this video left you questioning everything in your kitchen, you're not alone. Hit that like button to help spread this vital information. And subscribe to SciSips for more hard-hitting nutrition science that challenges the status quo. Together, we can revolutionize our approach to food and health.